So why did you come to Pampa from Wellington?
Uncle Millard and Daddy was up here working, and Grandmother was up here visiting. I came up here to visit, and I went and got a job down here at the service station, and so we stayed up here. In about 3 or 4 months, I met Mother, and then a couple of 3 months later, why, I almost got disowned.
By who?
By Mother.
Billy Ann.
Yeah.
Why did you almost get disowned?
Because she had a girlfriend staying with her, worked at the telephone office with her, and that girl come out, Barbara, I believe was her name, but anyway, she come up and said, Billy Ann won't get out till 10:30 or 11. So we were sitting there, she said, why don't we just go to the drive-in? So we went to the drive-in, we come back, and she said, oh, said she got off about 10 minutes after I did a while ago. So I carried her home, and that girl called Heck that night from Ma, which is Idley. And then the next day I called Heck from Billy Ann. But that girl got to move that next morning.
Oh, really? She got moved.
She got to move.
Oh.
Idley told her she was no longer a resident there.
Oh, she lived in the house?
Oh, yeah, she was staying there, Billy Ann.
Oh. Ooh, he's a player.
But hey, I didn't walk her to the door. I just drove up and set her out.
With his
I
car
was a
full of
good
girls
girl.
as he drove past her.
Really, I was.
Then the second time you got disowned.
Yeah, when was the second time you got this? There's 2?
Oh, so now we can hear.
Oh, there were several.
I don't know whether I got disowned the night that I didn't ever get home from down at Shamrock or not, but my old car quit on me. But anyway, Grandmother was she'd gone over there and calling Billy Ann and this, that, and the other. Well, I couldn't tell anybody where I was at. I was out there in the middle of nowhere. No cellular phone them days. When other time did I get disowned?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Grandmother told you to not.
Huh?
When you and Billy Ann got married.
I still didn't hear
And
you.
Grandmother told you not to bring her down there.
Oh.
And then they got to be best of friends.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Murdy?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said, I don't know, but anyway, Grandmother says, you marry that girl, don't you ever bring her to my house. I said, that'd be fine. So we got married about 4 months later. Well, Grandmother got Herman to bring her, got Herman to come to Perryton and find me. And tell him, said, Herman, you tell him to bring Billy Ann to see me. I said, well, you get back home tomorrow, Herman. You can tell her that we'll be down there next weekend.
And then they became good friends.
No, they became best
friends. Really.
They really did. Yeah.
Yes, they were.
I mean,
I know Mom enjoyed enjoyed her living behind us.
Well,
Well, she enjoyed going to Wellington.
Yes, she did.
Going to Roswell.
Yeah.
I mean, they really got along
She
good.
never did mind him taking care of Mama or going to get her or whatever. Never.
And I know she enjoyed Irene, and every time Irene came, and yeah, she did.
Yeah, but she liked everybody.
Yeah, she did.
She liked me.
Well, yeah, she did.
She lived with
Ornery
me
as ever.
She lived with me for 47 years. 48.
48 years.
Put up with a whole lot.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Every once in a while she'd get a little unhappy and said, I'm going to leave. She wasn't going this right. I said, no, you stay here. I'll leave. Oh, no, I ain't going to work.
I do remember that. Because you'd say, I'll leave because you need a house,
A lady
and
needs a
that's right, with the children.
And well, that was even after y'all got grown.
Oh.
But a man, he can just live anywhere. But now, a lady needs a home.
So,
I don't know what brought it, but she got the most unhappiest one time. There were several people here, and Melinda wasn't, golly, 2 years old. And something happened. She got Melinda, went out there and got in the car and took off like, zoom. 2 or 3 said, you better go after her. And I said, create a problem out there on the highway? And she come back a little while, and I said, now, I don't care what you do. You can get in that car and go and do you want, but don't you ever take one of these kids with you. If you're in a temperamental stage, don't take one of these kids with you. Okay, I won't. I said, now you can jump in that car and do what you want, but don't you take these kids with you. But I think Melinda was the only one of the grandkids at that time. I don't even know what, I mean, but she was short-fused. She was short-fused.
Ben wasn't here yet.
Well, she probably had a lot of
Probably.
problems.
If Melinda was 2, we're not but 4 months apart.
Is that right? Well, then you were still a baby then. I mean, I just know though, I told you, you ain't taking none of these kids with you, so it might have been,
Yeah,
might
but
have
that's
been
probably when
present.
we was living up at Dalhart.
Yeah, probably so.
Around all the time.
No, y'all were living here at that time, I'm
Not
sure.
2 years old.
You didn't go to Delhart till after Jeff was about a year old,
Did you live down in the house?
or longer.
No, that was
Way longer.
No, I think, I don't know.
where. Yeah,
If Ben's only like a year or two, weren't y'all living down there?
Yeah.
We was living down
We
there.
were living down there because we had
And
been
Canadian.
living back here
Canadian.
behind the
Canadian.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right, when you was born, 2 years.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So now I remember we would get together for Christmas in Wellington,
Yeah.
and there would be in that little house everybody like it. As a small child, it seemed like 100 in that little bitty house.
Well, yeah, you know what, even with all of
Food,
everybody here
yeah.
yesterday and all these little ones running around, I thought, what was these babies thinking with all this sheer commotion going on? You know,
They wasn't having no problem, they was having a good time.
those babies were, well, I guess they were, but I thought this was going to get trampled. It was-
Well, that's what I was afraid of part of the time, but anyway. Your grandmother's little house had 4 rooms, and they were about
Coy has baby.
12 or maybe 14-foot square rooms.
Coy has baby
It
brother.
wasn't very big.
no, they weren't.
Yeah, it had a living area, and you went to the
2
right to
bedrooms.
grandmother's room. Then you went from her room on that right side to another bedroom, and then you could then turn around and there was the kitchen,
Yeah.
dining room. I think the thing that I remember about that room was the big table, and all the food would be put there, and then when we got through eating, we would cover it with a sheet or a tablecloth, so that if you got hungry later, you could just go raise the sheet and eat. And in that room, I remember the big wash tub where we would take our baths, heat the water, take our baths in the wash tub, and then also remember Granny making fried donuts out of the biscuits. She would punch a hole in them, put them in the grease, and then put them in a sack and shake them with sugar. Yeah.
That's
That-
back in the days when we had Baptist patties and
Yeah.
Methodist hang walls.
Methodist hang walls.
That's where you hang them on the wall.
So who got? You had to be a Methodist to hang on the wall.
No, you just called it a Methodist hang
Well,
wall.
why did they call it a Baptist pallet and a Methodist
I
hang
don't know why
wall?
they called it a Baptist pallet.
Well, I just
I
wondered.
didn't invent that name.
Well, I'm asking that since Robert is a Methodist to see
Lord.
if there was
They
something
were
about
else. We called them something else then.
what you got, so I could tell him about that and say, okay, Robert, the Methodist got hung up on the wall, but the Baptist got the floor.
They got the good soft pallet. The rest of them on the nail.